Welcome to the show, Deeply Disgusted. In today's episode, we're gonna react to the late and the great, many conservatives hero, Charlie Kirk. We're gonna react to his great debates on these college campuses. And we're gonna get to some things that might be funny because Charlie was a funny person. And also laugh at the Liberal Party because they just funny just by the way they dress. And we're going to see if we could really get down to like what Charlie really said that hurt these liberals. So in today's episode, this is more of a emotional episode. Nothing based on facts or anything like that. Because it's all about the liberals being embarrassed. You know, it's all about their emotions. So let's get to it. Girl in the yellow coat. Let's see what she got to say. Let's go.
It's all right if you have an opinion. I'm saying it's not all right if you don't understand how the female reproductive system works.
Let's pop quiz. When does heartbeats begin for babies in utero?
Have you ever eaten an egg before? Yesterday.
Yo, how he asks you a question and you ask him a question that don't even make any sense. He's asking you a question. He's saying, yo, when's the heartbeat in utero? You're saying that there's no life at that time. So he's asking you, okay, when's the heartbeat? Let's prove it. You ask him, have you ever eaten an egg?
Or no, have you ever eaten an egg before?
Scrambled, yeah.
Okay, so would that be you scrambled a full chicken?
Well,
I never ate an egg. I guess I'm guilty for not knowing anything about the utero.
hold on. You understand that it takes an egg to be fertilized?
Right, uh-huh.
Yeah,
but
uh-huh.
Your
Yeah,
point, the whole point you're making is
hold on.
that baby...
Since we're doing pop quiz on like human development, so when exactly do heart waves begin in utero?
You know that, but you don't know the force.
Hold on, no, wait, tell me when heartbeat.
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know.
No.
So wait, hold on. So you're trying to say I know more about the woman reproductive system than you do?
I am a woman, so yes.
Yes. Okay. Well,
wait a minute. She said, I am a woman, so yes, I believe that you know more about the reproductive system than I do. What? She don't even understand what she said yes to. These are the idiots in these schools that get these degrees. They go around with these masters and stuff and they're hanging on their wall and they don't understand that it's nothing. It's just to make you get deeper into slavery, get deeper into the working, get deeper into the brainwashing.
but the point being is we could both go back and forth of like independent trivial facts when it comes to the woman's reproductive system. But here's something we all know. Because God wrote this on the human heart of every individual, as it says in the book of Romans. We know deep down it's wrong to murder a baby.
You're not murdering a baby. It's not a baby.
Okay, well let's play this out. What is it then?
It is an embryo, which is not a baby.
Well, okay, so it's a fertilized embryo.
Correct, which is not a baby.
So
in order for you to get to the embryo, like in order for the tadpole to be there, you know that tadpole that wiggles, you know, even our sperm, when you look at our sperm in a microscope, our sperm is actually independently moving. Our sperm is. The woman has the egg. That doesn't move. That's just food. It's nutrients. But our sperm in us, it actually moves. It actually, like, I don't even know if it may not have a thought process, but it's moving. It's swimming. And if you're swimming, you're alive. So the sperm is already alive, and then when it go in that egg, it get fertilized and turned into an embryo. It's already alive. It's forming life.
at what point does it become a baby?
When it is born.
Oh.
So on her logic, you could, God forbid, do something bad to a pregnant woman, and if she loses her baby, is not murder, because by her logic, is not a baby until it's born.
I don't agree with abortions up to full-term abortions.
Well, hold on, but you said it becomes a baby when it's born.
Yes.
Then why would you have abortion limits before it's born? I thought it's just an embryo. So embryo rights?
No, the embryo rights aren't a
But
thing.
then
because it's not
where
a
would you
person.
draw a line for abortion then, and why, and under what moral standard?
There are medical reasons not to have an abortion
No,
for
that's not the
full-term.
question. That's not
Yes,
the
it is.
question.
You just asked me why would I not have an abortion full-term for medical reasons.
Okay, so at 29 weeks, the baby is nearly fully developed, can recognize the mother's voice, has a heartbeat, has brain waves. Is it okay to abort that baby?
I don't, like, it's not okay, but you're going to say it's okay to have an abortion then. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to say. It's not okay to have an abortion.
She takes talking points from like other people in social media posts. You could tell. She don't even have her own logic. She's just learning from social media, and she's just learning from her friends. She's just agreeing with everything they say. She doesn't challenge any thought. So that's why she can't argue back to Charlie, because her own argument is confused in her own head, because she didn't learn it the proper way by educating herself. She learned it by just copying from everybody else.
Abortion ever? How
Correct.
about like 3
Yes.
weeks in?
Correct. No
Right.
abortion. Correct.
Why?
Well, because your life started at conception.
It did not, though. It
Well-
did not.
Well, hold on. So let's play this out. So who are you as an individual? From your skin color to your eye color to your likes, your dislikes, from your temperament to your everything.
I am not an embryo. I'm a person.
Hold on a second. But it started with something called deoxyribonucleic acid.
Whoa, you see how good he is? You see how good he is? For you to be as good as he was, he educated himself in all topics. Politics, science, math, statistics, geographical formations of land. Like he knows history, wars, political war. Like he knows.
And your own individual DNA started at the point of egg and sperm meeting. That's where your journey started. And so from that point in particular, life begins. Not at birth, not at first words, not at first steps, but when your DNA, which is who you actually are. You are your DNA. Every one of your DNA cells is coded XX or XY. It's coded with all of your unique characteristics and attributes that we believe God individually curated for the rest of your life. That doesn't happen at 8 weeks or 10 weeks. It happens at conception.
What happens if you need a medical abortion? If the mother will die if she does not get an abortion? What's your stance on that?
The only place where medical abortion is necessary is before 20 weeks, which is incredibly rare.
What if she will die? What if the mother
Hold on
will
a second.
die?
So let's take, for example, this is a very important question. Let's say it's 27 weeks, okay? And the mother will die. Why shouldn't, you could agree, why don't we just have the baby delivered by cesarean section? You know what a cesarean section is, right?
Yes.
What is a cesarean section?
A C-section?
Yeah, why wouldn't we just put the baby out by C-section instead of terminating it?
Because if the mother will die, it's not safe
but
to do that.
You remove the baby.
I understand.
Threat removed.
I know what a C-section is.
But it's actually safer than an abortion. So every time they say, this is for you guys, they say, oh, you need to have abortion for medical reasons. Respond, then have a C-section.
What if you're not able to have a C-section? What if you are on your deathbed, you need to have an abortion right now?
Well, again, but
and it's illegal. You can't, so you have to die.
First and foremost, C-section is safer, C-section is quicker, and a C-section saves both lives.
She don't even know the process of birth. This is somebody who this girl probably graduated from 8th grade 4 years ago. She graduated from 8th grade 4 years ago, and she gonna sit here and argue with a 31-year-old in front of over 2,000 people and millions of people on social media.
C-section.
The baby is already dead, you just said.
No, but no. Hold on a second. You're saying if the baby's already dead, then it isn't even an abortion, right? Then you're talking about a removal of a carcass, which is a completely different medical operation.
So you're saying that's okay if you're having...
If you're if you're removing a carcass of a baby, that is not an abortion. By definition,
it's the same process.
No, it's completely different. During an abortion, they actually inject the spinal fluid with cyanide poisoning. as the baby squirms and tries to find its mother, and it is gasping for air of life. Have you ever watched an abortion? It is
Have
one
you?
of the... Yeah, actually I have. And I encourage every human being to watch one to know what you are fighting against. Because when you see abortion, you will have your life will be changed. That we allow the massacre of 1.5 million babies a year under the guise of woman reproductive health. We are allowing babies every single year to just say, you know, we're going to discard them. Why? Oh, they're...
He's good. He won me. Listen, I'm not for abortions, but I'm telling you, this man won me. If I was against abortions, I would have changed my mind right now. Like, Charlie, I'm on your side, brother. You hit me with facts. He went to the DNA. He hit you with the emotions because he said, yo, inject your spine with cyanide. He said, the baby squirming. He hit major points that will have the public choose him as the winner as a debater.
Smaller, they're not humans. You're using dehumanizing language saying, oh, it's an embryo. No, that's a baby made in the image of God, deserving of protection.
What do you do with those children once they're born into a bad household?
So now we've transitioned to, like, what do you do with the kids?
Right.
Glad we're past the other part of the argument, okay? What do you do?
Yo, she moved on to a whole nother argument. She just changed the whole argument. She's just moving the goalpost. That's what they call it in debating. She's moving the goalpost. She's just moving it around. La, 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 la. No, keep it still. Let him focus on what you're talking about, because he's destroying you. Sunglasses. And a lot of these people, if you notice, they don't like to look a conservative in their eye. Notice that. Look.
Do with them. You know, there's twice as many people on the adoption waiting list than there are abortions every single year.
And they're still on the list. So you want to send a child into an orphanage?
Well,
is that what you want for a child? Is that a good life for a child?
No, I'm not advocating that. In fact, I'm advocating to make it easier to be able to adopt, number one. Number two, there's no such thing as an unwanted child. Number three, it is never right to justify the mass elimination or termination of people under the guise of saying they're unwanted. That's how we get Auschwitz. That's how we get the greatest horrors of the 20th century. Those people are unwanted.
So you're comparing abortion to the Holocaust?
Absolutely, I am. In fact, it's worse. It's worse.
He said, absolutely I am. In fact, it's worse, you idiot in the yellow coat. What are you? It's not even raining outside, you fool. Why you got a red... You got sunglasses for the sun, and you got a yellow coat for the rain, and there's no rain. That's how... Girls like this is just used for two things. Like, yo, what we doing tonight? All right, let me get your hair. Let me just put it right here. Like, that's it. That's all. She a little thick, too. She ain't that bad. Hey, listen, I'm on campus. And she go by me. I'm going to see what's up.
It's really not. I don't think it is.
45 million babies. It's nearly 8 times worse than the Holocaust. What's the moral difference between a small baby in the womb and a grown Jew who was killed at Auschwitz? What's the moral difference? One is older?
Is a person?
What species is the baby in the womb?
It's a human, but
therefore they should have human rights.
No.
They should have human rights.
She just admitted to his whole argument. The girl just admitted to his whole argument. She said, yes, that is a human. That's the whole point of the argument. You're trying to say it wasn't a human, you idiot, you fool, in the yellow rainbow rain jacket.
I do not agree.
Oh, so small humans, no human rights. Grown humans, human rights.
It's not a small human. It's an embryo.
You just said it was a human species.
It's not a living human child.
Wait, it's not a what?
It's not a child.
But
it's not a living child.
It has a heartbeat. It has brainwaves.
She said it was a human. Now she said it's not a living human child. What is going on? What are they teaching in these colleges? Get your kids out of there. You're wasting your money.
Make it a child.
But tell me when it becomes a child then.
I already told you, when it is born.
Again, so under every other objective definition, you see guys how quickly the pro-abortion arguments fall apart with just the slightest questioning? But our position is one rooted not in feelings, not in personal autonomy, but one in biological consistency and reality. that your life had an agreed upon starting point, that that starting point should be protected and preserved. And the excuses given for abortion is dehumanization. Oh, it's just an embryo. Guys, that's just using different language to justify the massacre of something smaller than you. That's all that it is. You brought a sign up.
I'm sorry?
Did you bring a sign up?
Yeah, I did, but... So my name is Eric.